You just met someone. They told you their name, and it's already gone. If you've ever felt like your brain has a broken save button when it comes to names, you're not alone. In fact, there's actual science behind why this happens to pretty much everyone. And no, it doesn't mean you're rude or have a bad memory. Today, we're diving into the psychology of why you forget names immediately after meeting someone, and more importantly, what you can actually do about it. Here's what's really happening in your brain during those first few seconds of an introduction. When someone tells you their name, your brain is juggling about 15 different things at once. You're processing their face, their voice, their handshake, what you're going to say next, whether you have something in your teeth, and oh yeah, trying to remember their name. This is called cognitive overload, and it's the number one reason names don't stick. But here's the kicker, your brain actually prioritizes visual information over auditory information. So while someone is saying, "Hi, I'm Jessica," your brain is busy analyzing Jessica's face, her outfit, her body language. The actual sound of her name, that's getting pushed to the back of the line. And there's another problem. Names are what psychologists call arbitrary information. Unlike faces, which your brain has evolved to recognize for survival, names have zero inherent meaning. The word Jessica doesn't tell you anything useful about the person standing in front of you. But wait, there's more. Most of us aren't actually listening when someone introduces themselves. We're thinking about what we're going to say. We're worried about making a good impression. We're planning our own introduction. Psychologists call this next in line effect. When you're waiting for your turn to speak, your brain basically puts everything else on mute. So when someone says their name, you're not encoding it into memory because you're not really paying attention in the first place. It's like trying to save a file on your computer while the program is frozen. The information never gets stored because the system isn't ready to receive it. And here's something wild. Studies show that we're more likely to remember someone's job, their hometown, or even what they were wearing than their actual name. Why? Because those details have context. They connect to other things we know. But a name? It's just a random label floating in space. Okay, so now that we know why this happens, let's talk about how to fix it. First, repeat the name immediately. As soon as someone introduces themselves, say their name back. Nice to meet you, Jessica. This does two things. It forces you to actually process the name, and it gives you a second exposure to it right away. Second, create a visual association. This sounds weird, but it works. If you meet someone named Lily, picture them holding a lily flower. Someone named Stone, imagine them as solid as a rock. Your brain loves visual connections, so give it one. Third, use the name multiple times in conversation. So, Jessica, what brings you here? That's interesting, Jessica. Every time you use the name, you're strengthening that neural pathway. You're basically telling your brain, hey, this information is important. Keep it. Fourth, write it down as soon as you can. Pull out your phone, add them on LinkedIn, send a follow up text. The act of writing or typing the name creates another memory trace. And here's a pro tip. If you didn't catch the name, just ask again, immediately. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. People appreciate honesty way more than you, pretending you remember when you clearly don't. Most people will forget your name too, by the way. So asking again isn't awkward, it's actually refreshing. Here's the bottom line. Forgetting names isn't a character flaw. It's not because you're self-centered or have a terrible memory. It's because your brain is doing exactly what it evolved to do, prioritizing survival-relevant information over arbitrary labels. But now you know the tricks. Repeat it. Visualize it, use it, write it down. And remember, everyone struggles with this. The difference is now you know why and you know what to do about it. If this helped you understand your brain a little better, hit that subscribe button. We break down psychology and human behavior every week. And drop a comment. What's your trick for remembering names? I want to know. See you in the next one.